let's take a trip back in time to November 2024. I was art scrolling on one of my favorite art history accounts on Instagram, and I was absolutely slapped in the face by this stunning masterpiece. This is Eve by Solomon Joseph, whose work is so stunning, so atmospheric, and oh so dramatic. And I love a bit of drama. And I also loved everything about this painting. So I decided I was going to recreate it in graphite to better understand the composition, light, and value of the original painting, all with the final goal of recreating it into an oil painting study. So basically a study for another study. But of course, it was not without the usual nonsense tripping me up and making me reconsider my entire art career. Here's how it went. First, we begin here using the gesso board I'm going to use for the oil painting as a template. And I'm not even gonna lie, I lost 90% of the footage of the whole grid portion of this drawing. We love that for me. Here's a tip if you're an artist that records their process: don't lose an hour worth of drawing. Since we're up here now, we can bask in some foreshadowing. At this point in the video, I am blissfully unaware of how difficult this is gonna be for me. I had a small moment of pause trying to figure out what the heck is happening here. And don't be fooled. Just because I'm drawing the gestures of this face with relative ease in this stage, later on it's gonna make me question if my 18-ish years of drawing practice was effective enough to draw an awkwardly positioned face. Apparently not. In my innocence, I keep going, moving onto the angels' faces, their hands, their wings. Okay, so far so good. This work has a symmetrical composition with Eve being at the middle of it as the stark focal point. Despite its horizontal balance, visually our eye immediately falls to Eve's body, then is led up to her upper section that is being cradled by the angels, and we almost completely ignore that Adam is laying here asleep with one less rib. There's this ethereal motion to it. She's being lowered down slowly, like almost floating, being guided down by the angels just moments after God fashioned her. I like the word fashioned used in the NASB translation of the Bible. Let's continue. As I begin shading, I begin thinking about how light behaves in this painting. To figure out where the light source is coming from, we'll look at the highlights and shadows. The main light source is coming from the viewer's left, the subject's right, and from the top and front. Eve's face is in the angel's shadow, mostly the right angel's shadow. She's in a very dynamic position with her head and shoulders falling backwards. This will be a huge problem for me very shortly. I begin my first attempt at Eve's face with the utmost confidence, which will be shattered in about 5 seconds. Look at this. Looks perfect, beautiful, voluptuous, and then like, what the heck? The angels look fine, and then that, ugh. At this point, it's fine. I just need to move on to a different section to visually reset because the face is just not cooperating at all. It's officially day 3 of this drawing. I ripped my nails off, and that kind of illustrates how I feel about Eve's face right now. I'm not happy with it, and I don't know how to fix it. I absolutely love the way that the legs came out and the stomach, and I'm sad that I have to cover the boobies because I really like the way that they actually came out. They look very nice, especially the right one, I think. But today I'm absolutely determined to fix it. It's gonna look good by sheer will, and so it's gonna look good. I need to reassure myself. But here's how it looks right now. God, her face looks, ugh. Hold on, you know what this reminds me of? Not good, but the rest of it looks, her knees, oh my. The rest of it I'm very happy with. Like I love it. I really, really love it. But I move on cautiously, optimistically to attempt 2. Am I stupid? Like, why can't I see? I just can't see where her hairline begins or ends. And maybe I don't know. Maybe this would be easier in paint at this point. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. Like, I did something wrong. I went wrong somewhere. Gosh, I'm having such a hard time with this face right now. Like, I don't know what to do. And part of me just wants to move on, but I just can't. It'll bother me so much if I just move on and just like let it be. I'm not gonna let this defeat me. I'm just gonna go ahead and erase it and start over. But this time, I think instead of looking too closely at the reference image, I'm gonna like zoom out and I'm gonna start with a midtone and I'm gonna sculpt outward. Okay, I'm gonna sculpt out of this midtone. Okay, you can still kind of see it. Ugh, it's fine. Okay, if worse comes to worse, I'm just leaving it like this, honestly. Like, if I actually cannot do this, I'm literally just leaving it like this. Is this the hardest face I've ever drawn? This quite literally might be the hardest face I've ever drawn. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm getting super frustrated. Like, I'm like losing it. I don't want to let it go. And I don't want to quit, but I need to finish this drawing like ASAP. Like I want to finish it today. I don't know what to do. Maybe I just take the L, honestly, because it's just like her face is in a very odd position. She's leaning backwards. Her neck is tilted back and up to the right, to her right. And I can't get it. I can't get it. The angels are fine, but her face, like, and her face is her body is, I guess, the centerpiece of the whole painting, but her face is going to be really important in this painting. So the whole point of this drawing is for me to get a grasp of what it's going to look like in the painting. And I just can't do it. Okay, then. Well, what I'll do in the meantime, again, is I will start on Adam down here. Yeah, I'll start on Adam. And so I go down and work on Adam, who's just chill, really. Like, he's not giving me any problems at all. But we also can't really see that much of him anyway. He's very peaceful, thankfully. And that was fun. Now it's time to see if I can actually finish this thing. For this final attempt, I decided I'm going to do something I never usually do. The face line thing, the Loomis Method. I never do this, and I don't know much about it because I have never had any formal art training. It is very useful, however, I've found. Okay, this is some progress. I feel a little bit better about this. Let's continue. Okay, we're in a better spot now. This looks a lot better, but I still might butcher the eye, which I really hope I don't. I also need to make her nose pointed more in this direction. Okay, in my eyes, this does look a lot better. Look at this. Way better than before. Not perfect, but definitely way better. Okay, that is about all I want to put into this. I've already spent so much longer on this than I intended, and so I just need to finish this And then I'm probably just gonna darken the outline of the angel's wings and all of these gestures here and just in line. I'm just gonna line it all. Okay, let's do that. And finally, we make it to my third learning point, which is value. The biggest reason why I wanted to even do this drawing in the first place was because I wanted to understand value a lot better, because in the painting, it's not as easy to see. So I upped the contrast, made it black and white, and used that as a reference photo so that I could indeed see the value, and I did for the most part. I knew that I was going to struggle a lot in the body, so drawing flesh for me has been very difficult, or rather painting flesh has been difficult for me in the past. And so I wanted to make this drawing so that I can see all of the value and the voluptuousness of her body so that I can more accurately transfer that into oil painting. A little while ago, I uploaded a video all about value, so if you'd like to learn more about that, go here after this video. Drawing flesh is one thing, and painting it is a whole other thing. Drawing it first gives me a nice roadmap as to how to navigate the flesh portions of the painting. As far as the other parts of the painting, I'm not really worried, other than the face. The face might be 10 times harder in the painting than it was for me in the drawing. Who knows? I'm gonna need to pray about that. And here I am adding some final touches before I call this drawing done. All in all, it was a journey. It was a journey, and it did end up being one of my favorite drawings. Honestly, it is one of my favorite drawings I've ever done, probably. I'm absolutely in love with it, and so I'm very happy with how it came out, and it was very helpful. So I will be putting out the painting process very soon, or not, in the future at some point. But yeah, stay tuned for part 2. I will have a few more videos coming out probably before that, but we'll see. If you enjoyed watching me struggle through this process, I have another video like this. Here you go. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah.